Hey, what is going on, Big Dreamers? Your lady Vitamin Katie is here, and today I'm so excited to go over how to practice food freedom and eat healthily. This is something that I really grappled with a lot in the past. This is going to blow your mind. I am a registered dietitian. I freaking love helping plant-based women feel confident, healthy, and strong with a plant-based diet, and without basing their acceptance, their enoughness, and their self-worth on a number on the scale or on their appearance, right? This is about empowerment and truly making decisions that are exciting and empowering and health promoting for us. With that said, I totally get it. How am I supposed to trust myself around food when food is so addicting? How am I supposed to unclench these rules around cookies being bad, around that guilt? Because cookies are full of oil and sugar, and Katie, those things are bad for you. Those things are unhealthy. Why, like, practicing food freedom, that's not healthy. I don't see myself ever possibly eating ice cream and not feeling guilty about it, right? Oh my gosh, this is something that really, like, I struggled with so much. I would really only be eating grapes and freaking romaine lettuce for a meal because I was learning so much about nutrition, and every single ingredient I was afraid of, and I was like, this is not health promoting, therefore I'm not going to eat it. Oh my goodness, people. With this mindset, we are truly making our holistic health not healthy. We are truly being really unhealthy holistically. So I personally believe that about 80% of our overall health and wellness is mental. It is spiritual. It is mental health. And when you think about our person, you as a whole, thinking about what sensory pleasure, what connection, what joy it is brought to you when you eat a cookie. Like, thinking about in the past when my mom made banana bread and I was so fixated on being as skinny as possible. My mom made this delicious, incredible banana bread. Whether or not it was vegan, I don't remember now. She makes really bomb vegan banana bread. But anyways, I just remember being like, I'm not gonna have this banana bread. I'm gonna feel so guilty if I eat it. I really don't wanna eat it. No, 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 no. Even though in the back of my mind it smelled really good and everyone was really enjoying it and I really wanted to have some. I, under society's construct of praising control, praising eating less, praising productivity and working hard and go, 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 I have compassion for myself at this time in my life where I wanted to be the best I could be. And it's like, we can't be hard on ourselves, okay? So those of you who are listening, I know that you're probably somebody who beats yourself up a lot, and you're probably really hard on yourself, and you're probably a perfectionist, and you probably take things to the extreme, okay? So I just know that about you, probably, maybe. I think that you could use a little bit of not being too hard on yourself and recognizing that you gotta come at yourself with this journey from a place of compassion and empathy, and know that all of the restriction and food rules that you have do come from a loving and understandable place. Like, you set up these rules for yourself because you are committed to being freaking healthy. You are committed to being the best that you can be. You are committed to I know personally, I was so afraid of developing heart disease or diabetes. I was afraid of becoming quote unquote obese, you know? So with these fears, I was afraid of not being accepted. Just based on our societal construct, I really based most of my self-worth on my appearance and on my size and on my ability to have control with food and with my health. So I really, instead of beating myself up and like hating myself for so much restriction in the past, I have taken the time to write myself a love letter and say, wow, Katie, I forgive you, I'm sorry, I love you, I totally understand what you were trying to accomplish by doing that. I totally understand that you were trying to feel confident and worthy and good enough in a society that praises being small and that praises calorie counting and control so much. I totally get it. And now, with the perspective that I have now, recognizing that it is so healthy and so beautiful to get to enjoy your mom's freaking banana bread. That is part of your holistic health. You do not have to have so much rigidity and so many rules, so much control around your health, Katie. Like, and whoever's listening to this, know that if you're trying too hard, if you're taking these health promoting behaviors to an extreme, that is not healthy. Are you the person that goes to a party and is super stressed out because you already had something to eat, so intuitively you aren't hungry, so you're not gonna have a piece of cake? Having a piece of cake, you don't have a piece of cake because you're hungry. You have a piece of cake because it's delicious, because we're celebrating something, and because we're making a connection, we're making a memory, and we're enjoying our freaking lives holistically. All right, we're creating relationships, we're creating memories. And do you have the entire cake, and do you have cake every single day? I mean, you could, that's your choice. However, there are consequences. You'll probably, more often than not, if you're really eating a whole cake every single day, you're probably feeling really lethargic. You probably have really bad headaches and migraines. You probably don't feel very good. People who eat fast food every single day, or eat like really overeating on all these snacky foods, it's reflected in their focus, their productivity, their ability to be and do what they want to do in the world every day. So I highly recommend that we take on these foods that are maybe had caused us guilt in the past, or are causing us guilt right now, or that we deem as quote unquote bad foods. These foods have just as much charge as any other health food. Like, instead of being so proud of yourself for eating a salad and feeling guilty for eating a muffin, I invite you to be like, okay, cool, let's have a muffin, and really question whatever limiting beliefs you have around that. If you think that a muffin is so unhealthy, like, maybe it's mind over matter. Is it possible that actually you can have a muffin and enjoy it and move on with your life? 100% yes, it is definitely possible. And when we take away this idea of, oh my gosh, my appearance means everything about me and I'm gonna try to make myself smaller, when we take that away and instead focus on, wow, I'm so excited to feel my best and to be fit and strong and healthy and to go on a run, and when we really truly come from that space of getting excited about taking care of ourselves, like we would take care of a daughter, like we would take care of someone we love, like a best friend. When you think about that, oh God, it is so liberating and freeing that you truly get to choose something that is exciting for you. So this is something that you get to do in every moment. Like, in this moment, it is in my best interest for my holistic health to eat these French fries, to eat this donut. And it's up to you. Just because I'm saying this doesn't mean that all of a sudden you have to eat every donut at every opportunity. Of course not. If you know that donuts give you a stomach ache, then don't eat the donut. Or if you really freaking want the donut, it's your choice. Sure, there's a consequence. Like, you're going to have the donut and have a stomach ache. And that is your choice. So you get to decide whatever you want to do, whatever is the most empowering and exciting choice for you. There's no way for me to see on my end if what you're doing is from a space of disordered eating. I know that personally, I love using a nutrient tracker when my clients first start working with me. Why? Because I want to get them excited about getting in enough calcium, making sure you're hitting your protein needs to make those vegan gains. We track nutrients not to restrict ourselves and belittle ourselves and control our beautiful, incredible, unique hunger cues in our unique bodies. No, no, no. We use these trackers to get excited about making sure that we are thriving as a health promoting behavior, and making sure that we know what that feels like to get our needs met and having balanced, healthy meals, right? So just the act of nutrient tracking can easily be slipping into something that is a rule, something that is restrictive, something that is causing you negativity and too much structure in your life. And if you feel like that's happening for you, then stop doing that. Stop tracking your nutrients and feel into being more intuitive and get excited about that. What is more exciting and empowering for you? And there's so many things I can touch upon with this. Even intuitive eating. Like I said, intuitively, if I'm not hungry, and I'm really being intuitive, I'm not that hungry, so I'm not gonna have the cake even though I really want it. Intuitive eating can become a food rule also. And I invite you to break that food rule. I invite you to break these rules here and there, you know what I mean? Like, really truly coming from a space of holistic. Think about long-term success, think about sustainability, and let go of the idea that if you mess up one day, like, or even the term messing up, like, there is no messing up. Things happen, put a metaphorical period, and you feel like crap and move on. You don't need to restrict the next day. You don't need to restrict the next meal. You are totally capable of listening to your fullness and hunger cues and just being active, like moving your body like it's a healthy thing to do. If you're sitting on the couch all day long, then yeah, sure, you're gonna feel like crap. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we overeat, sometimes we accidentally undereat, and that is okay. This was quite the mouthful. Sorry, I'm totally ranting here. I really do hope you got something out of this. The bottom line is that these junky foods, these quote-unquote naughty foods, these are totally just foods that are here for you to get to enjoy. And I'm talking to people who have a lot of food rules and too much structure around their eating. So for people who require some more education around what foods are healthy and what foods feel good for you, that's a different story. You know, some people really are, there's lots of people who unfortunately are not well educated around making sure that they have balanced meals and that they're getting excited about eating vegetables and that kind of thing. So there's two ends of the spectrum here, and with YouTube and these platforms, it's hard for me to speak to a specific audience, but for right here, I just want to say that in general, vegan women tend to feel really guilty around eating certain foods, especially because we go into veganism with this idea of course, the ethics behind it, the animals, the environment, but it's also for our health. So I invite you to recognize that health is not just nutrition. Health is also relationships, connection, memories, pleasure, enjoying our food, and I'm just freaking ranting and repeating myself over and over. If you liked this video, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. I'm so proud of you for sticking to the end of this. I really do want to hear from you. What did you get out of this? Is there something that brought you some peace of mind, that you're able to go to your next event and go to your next meal and really truly feel peace around it? Notice that processed foods are okay. Like, really question, what are the rules, what are the beliefs, what is on track or off track, what is out of control or in control, what is that for you, and how are these beliefs serving you or not? Okay, make sure to write a letter to yourself. Thank you, body, I love you. I'm sorry, body, I forgive you. Like, forgiving ourselves for these rigid rules that we have around ourselves, and really freaking truly wrap your head around, you do not have to force yourself into a little perfect box of perfection to be healthy. All right, there is truly room, and I know it's hard to wrap your head around this, but please, like, I know it took me a while to understand that you really truly can let yourself have some dessert, have some fun, celebrate, and feel freaking amazing and healthy and fit and strong and confident in your body. I love you so much. You are beautiful, you are amazing. I'm so proud of you for taking care of yourself and listening to this whole thing. Have such a beautiful day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.